welcome back to Scarzam Season 2, Episode number 3. So, things have changed quite a bit. I was in the process of making my second episode, and that kind of went long just because I was unhappy with how things were looking. So I kind of redid it, but in the meantime, I was doing a lot of playing. So I've made a lot of progress. As you can see, I've got netherite. I've got a netherite sword. And I don't have it with me, but I've got a netherite pick as well. I hope I didn't lose it. So let's go take a look at what all I've got. So I knew I was not going to be at this base very long. And sure enough, I've already more or less moved out at this point. So let me just take a look real quick. I just want to make sure I didn't leave my my pick somewhere. I hope I didn't drop it somewhere. But I changed my keybind for dropping stuff, so I'm hoping I didn't. I'm hoping I left that at my new base. So you have seen my swamp base. That was in my previous episode. So I'm already moving out of this. So let's head over to the site of the city. If I can get up here. Show y'all one other thing real quick, which is really cool. Okay. According to Cygnus, there are creepers. He blew up. So they did some improvements. I'm not sure who did it, but they made pathways wider here, and in a lot of the area, they put railings up. There's also minecarts, but they don't have them coming out to my base just because I haven't done it, and yeah, I'm not living here at this point. So yeah, it's definitely a nice improvement. So let's get to the city. So up here on the roof of the Nether, we created a portal going to our chosen city build site. So let's head through. And here we are. Bring up the map real quick. So this little island is our common area. This island over here is going to be Cygnus's area. This one up here is going to be mine. This is going to be my industrial district. I'm not sure if Cygnus is going to have an industrial district, but he's got plenty of area for it. There's kind of a big hole here. Hadn't seen that one. Got a ruined portal as well. Alright. So let's go over. I won't turn on rendering for my builds, but I've got a couple towers placed. Just have to start building at some point. Let's actually go over here first. So this is where my main tower is going to be. And that's where the main part of my base is right now. So kind of right up here is going to be the main towers. Come down here. This is going to be my underground base. So I've got a little bit of storage, furnace, crafting table, my bed. And I'm going to have mines going to each of the cardinal directions. So north, east, south, west. I'm all the way down to bedrock in, what's that? North. Yeah. And if you kind of take a look, there's a lot of stuff underneath here. Pretty decent sized abandoned mine shaft. Cygnus has one of the newer style, which is really cool. I don't think he's had a chance to explore that yet. But let's head over to the industrial district, which is where I've been doing most of my work. Since we don't have Elytra, got myself a little horsey. to get back and forth. I did a lot of fishing, so I was able to get a saddle. I picked up the iron horse armor somewhere. I don't remember where at this point. But let's go into the shopping, or the industrial district. Alright, so here we are in my industrial district. So we have an industrial size wheat farm, which I have for my mini farms. So let's turn the water on each of these. We can feed our sheepies. Feed the cows. Kill the creeper, or not a creeper, a zombie. So yeah, I've got, basically, these are all filled up at this point with sheep and cows. So then as I give them wheat, produce more and get mob cramming, and they get killed. Come over here. Oh, phantoms. Feed my chickens. I really need to mob-proof this area. So, turn off the water. So if you come around here, the results of the mob cramming are right there. So we've got some steak, or I guess beef at this point. It hasn't been cooked to steak. Maybe drown. See, I really need to mob-proof this. This is just not good. My armor is going to wear out. It's my second set of diamond armor. Alright, I'll be back in the morning. And we'll continue the tour. Alright, Cygnus was nice enough to sleep.
No, I wasn't.
So let's head over. I want to show you one thing else real quick. I have this really nice sword. I'm going to try it out on this little spider. Oh, I missed. Look at that. One whack. He's dead. I have myself one puppy dog, two puppy dogs. Alright. So now I have my villager breeder. I've done some AFK time. So my villagers have been very productive. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, there's so many villagers right here. They're just kind of merged into one villager blob. So I don't know how many are there. But yeah, just these two little villagers. Ooh, and I've got, what, 3 babies down here? So I need to start using these guys. Cygnus said he's going to buy some from me. He hasn't told me what he's going to buy them with, but I'm looking forward to that. I used a fair number of my villagers for my iron farm. So this has 4 cells, so it takes 12 villagers. Although because of mistakes being made, probably another 5 or 6 escaped, so I've done pretty good. Overnight, basically over a 9-hour AFK session. Oh no. I managed to get 2.5 stacks of diamond or iron blocks. So I was really happy about that. So this is my AFK hut. Of course, had to make it out of iron blocks. So yeah, I've got a pretty decent supply of iron at this point. So my next plan, I've got a few plans at this point. So I'm going to keep feeding the animals, but up here I have the core of a food farm. So you've got a villager in a minecart, and the design I picked up has 2 fields, one on each side. I'm going to do 4. One with carrots, one with potatoes, and I may do wheat, although I think they harvest that and produce bread, but that's fine. We can get bread. And I'm not sure what else, but I'm going to have 4 fields, 4 good-sized fields, so they're all going to be feeding this poor little villager, at least trying to. And they'll go into storage down here. And then I'm going to build a trading hall, probably somewhere over here. And again, all of this is the Simply Minecraft design from LogicalGeekBoy. And his trading hall design has a row of 10 cells. So what I think I'm going to do is turn that into a square. So I'm going to have a square with 40 cells, and then I can stack them. I don't know how many villagers I'll actually need, but that's the plan. Because I have a lot of villagers to use. I mean, I have no idea how many are here. There's a lot of them. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and I think I get to work on the farm. So that's the next step. So let's get to work on that. All right, I have finished the main part of the build of the farm. Isn't it glorious? Let's go inside and take a look. I'm happy with how this turned out. It's going to be kind of a pain getting the villagers in here, but I should be able to bring them up through here. So there are 4 individual cells. Each of them has 5 spots of water, composter in each one. Everything's lit up, so we shouldn't have any mob spawning. We've got glass on top here, so nothing will spawn there. Slabs there, so nothing will spawn there. And everything is lit up, so I think we're good. And each of them has access to this villager, so they can throw their produce at them. So yeah, the next step is going to be getting the villagers up here. And I guess I'll have to get a couple hoes and get the various seeds. So I've decided I'm going to do wheat, potatoes, carrots, and beetroot, because those are the 4 crops that villagers can grow. So I guess it kind of makes sense. I could double up on one, because I mean, what do I need beetroot for? But I might as well grow it since I can. So let's see about getting some villagers. Alright, I have finished the crop farm. So I got the villagers transported. I gave them the appropriate seeds and got everything going fairly well. I did an AFK session overnight. They started producing the food. I haven't gotten a lot yet, which is a good thing because they only have one single chest. A lot of that stuff I've taken and traded with the villagers. So my villager trade should be pretty well set, at least for the farmers. So this first cell, I've got potatoes. He trades beets, gives bread. Don't have any pumpkins to trade yet. I'm going to make a pumpkin farm at some point. This one's growing wheat. And let's see, what does he trade? He trades wheat and beetroot. And again, pumpkins. Come over here. We've got our carrot farm. Where is that? There it is. Yeah, they keep getting stuck in the water. I don't really understand that. I may have to get some fence posts to keep them from getting in there. So another one that's doing wheat. He's also doing potatoes. Then come over to this last one. We have this guy growing beetroot. And he also trades wheat and potatoes. So there we are. There's a lot of empty spots. They aren't very good at They aren't very good farmers, we'll say. One of the things I was concerned about, I was wondering if I could have multiple farmers in each cell. But I was kind of afraid that maybe they would produce more villagers, but then they don't have access to beds. But I wasn't entirely sure. But I saw at one point that the villagers can get close enough to each other here that they can try to reproduce. But then I saw the storm clouds, so I may drop in a few more villagers, like do 2 villagers per cell. Maybe that'll make things a little more efficient. I mean, why are there potatoes all over the place? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I wonder if there's other crops that are not getting picked up. I mean, there's a bunch of wheat. Actually, thinking about it, if I do have another villager in each cell, there's a good possibility they throw the crops to each other, and even though they can't reproduce, they'll be feeding each other. And we only want them feeding in central villagers. So at some point I'm also going to block this off so that they can't interact with each other. And there we go. That is the wheat farm. And I just came over here recently, and I'm going to make a generic mob farm, kind of right here. That'll be the next step, because we're going to be doing the dragon battle fairly soon. I think it's next Saturday, so less than a week. And I'm going to want a bunch of arrows for that. So, anyway, that's, I think, it for now. I should think that's it for this episode. Pretty much everything I wanted to get done is done. And that'll do it for episode number 3. So thank you for watching. I will see you in episode number 4.